exceedingly rare Vocalion 78 number 1080. I'm not quite sure why we didn't play it for you yesterday, but obviously we skipped it. Luella Miller, the 12 O'Clock Blues. It was preceded by Down in the Alley. And she sang, and the pianist was Lonnie's brother, James Steady Roll Johnson. Unless it was James P. Johnson, obviously, now that I think about it, that should be thought about, but I don't think it was James P. Johnson. I think it was brother Steady Roll. Lonnie Johnson played guitar on the Down in the Alley Blues and violin on the 12 O'Clock Blues. It was recorded presumably in late January of 1927. It seems more plausible that it was done a little bit later than that. A skipped item, the Luella Miller Vocalion session of early or mid-1927 with the rare Vocalion 78 1080, Down in the Alley, and the 12 O'Clock Blues. Well, it's 6:18 in the morning, so we're about as far away as you can get from the 12 O'Clock Blues as possible. So we're going to jump forward over 10 years and pick up our discography where it broke away last night at midnight. The next session in the chronological sequence is April 1st of 1938, and you're going to hear Lonnie Johnson backing up the remarkable Petey Wheatstraw. The Shack Bully Stomp and the Road Tramp Blues are a couple of entries we have here from the April 1st, 1938 date. I believe you'll hear some drums on the first portion, or at least some percussion. Lonnie Johnson's guitar is on both tracks, of course, and Petey Wheatstraw handling the singing and perhaps touching his little keyboard. Shack Bully Stomp and Road Tramp Blues, Petey Wheatstraw with Lonnie Johnson's guitar and on one title unknown percussion, Shack Bully Stomp and Road Tramp Blues.
I used to play slow, but now I play fast. I used to play slow, but now I play fast. Just to see the way it shakes, yes, yes, yes. Now I'm a man that everybody knows. I am a man that everybody knows. Then you can see a crowd everywhere you go. Hey, good boy. I ramble, tell me about the break of day. Ramble and a ramble, tell me about the break of day. I think it's time now to stop my rambling way. My name is Petey, I'm on the line, you bet. Well, I'm on the line, you bet. I got something new that I ain't never told you yet. Now get out now, boy, please. Walk the lonesome road till my feet is too sore to walk. I the lonesome road. Till my feet is too sore to walk. I beg scrap from the people. Ooh, well, until my tongue is too stiff to talk. I'm gonna tell your women something that I really ain't gonna do. Tell your women something that I really ain't gonna do. That it give you women my labor, ooh, well, and my money too. Everybody can tell you people that I ain't no lazy man. Everybody can tell you people, well, I ain't no lazy man. But I guess I'll have to go to the poorhouse, well, and do the best I can. I am what I am, and all I was born to be. I am what I am, and all I was born to be. Now I look at my family, well, and it's rolling down on me. When I get over my trouble, I'm gonna bring my money down. When I get over my trouble, I'm gonna bring my money down. And change my way of living, well, so I won't have to tramp around.
You just heard the music of Petey Wheatstraw, and you heard him on a session of April 1st of 1938. The coupling of titles we just picked up on gave us the Shack Bully Stomp and the Road Tramp Blues. Yeah, Petey Wheatstraw, and these were April 1st, 1938 recordings. You're listening to the Lost Masters Festival. We've resumed our discography of Lonnie Johnson, legendary blues pioneer, his recordings in chronological sequence. We picked up the story in the middle and late 1930s, and we're about to go to the Georgia White material. There's a portion of the discography from this very same day for Georgia White on April 1st of 38. But reviewing the books, I have a sneaking suspicion that we did not air around midnight. I wasn't here, but we may not have aired the November 9th, 1937 Georgia White session. There's been some question about Lonnie Johnson's participation on this date. There's no doubt in my mind that he does play on the date. And so we're going to check it out from the original deck of 78s, which for the most part is the only way to hear this music, although Rosetta Records has put out the Alley Boogie. So let's go to Careless Love, Rock Me Daddy, the Red Cap Porter, and the Alley Boogie. On those first three titles, I believe we'll hear an alto saxophonist. I hope he's the excellent saxophone player who made the Ollie Shepherd decade the day before. Very interesting sound. In any case, Georgia White, a singer, is backed here by piano, played by Richard M. Jones, by guitar, played by Lonnie Johnson, by percussion, a drummer whose identity is unknown, and most of the time by an alto saxophonist whose identity is as yet unclaimed. The guy on the Ollie, or whoever it is on the Ollie Shepherd stuff, sounded a little like Sidney Bechet. It isn't Bechet, but it was interesting how he had some of the force and vibrato incorporated into his alto playing. So a missed session perhaps, but heard here in its entirety from the original deck of 78's November 9th, 1937, Georgia White, with Richard M. Jones, percussion, alto, and Lonnie Johnson on guitar. We begin with the Careless Love Blues. Please stand by for a second.
Love, oh, love, oh, careless love. You fly to the head like wine. You break the life of a many poor girl, and you nail it for this life of mine. Love, oh love, oh careless love. Trusted you, now it's too late. You made me throw my only friend down. That is why I sing this song of hate. Love, oh careless love. Like a thief come on at night. You came into this old glad heart of mine. Then you put my happiness to flight. Rock me, daddy, rock me, daddy, rock me, daddy, with the steady roll. La la da da, la la da da, don't get cold. Rock me soft and slow like you did the night before. Rock me, daddy, rock me, daddy, rock me, daddy, till you hear me moan. Da la da da, da la da da, all night long. Rock me, save my soul, rock me with a steady roll. me, daddy. Rock me, daddy. Stop that messing round. Da la da da, da la da da, up and down. Rock me one more heat. Rock me till I fall to sleep. Oh, rock me, daddy. Rock me, daddy. Rock me, daddy, till I fall to sleep. La la da da, la la da da. Rock me deep. Oh, rock me round and round. Rock me till my love come down. Help me with my load. Oh, red cap porter, help me with my load. Step aside, cap, and let me get on board. This loving proposition is gonna get somebody killed. There's one thing, girls, it really should be understood. There's one thing, girls, it really should be understood. Every man who say he loves you don't mean you're a bit of good. I wish I had a heaven of my own. I wish I had a heaven of my own. I'd give all the poor girl a sweet, happy home. You can never tell what an old man will do. You can never tell what an old man will do. Keep your eyes on him, God. He'll put that thing on you. I'm doing something I never done before. Gonna do it this time, ain't gonna do it no more. My alley boogie, only thing I choose. The only thing I do to drive away my blues. I boogied all night and the night before. When I woke up this morning, I wanted to boogie some more. My alley boogie, only thing I crave. I can do my alley boogie in so many different ways. I got a bed in my bedroom, a pallet on the floor. Got to do my alley boogie everywhere I go. Cause I'm wild about my boogie. It's the thing I crave. Cause my good old she got the boogie woogie to buy Allie baby some shoes. I'm wild about my boogie. Only thing I crave. Been doing my alley boogie, been doing the boogie all my days.
You just heard Georgia White on a record date of November 9th, 1937. She gave us her Careless Love, her Rock Me Daddy, her Red Cap Porter, and her Alley Boogie. Richard M. Jones on piano, percussion, Lonnie Johnson on guitar. The first three titles carried an alto saxophonist, Careless Love, Rock Me Daddy, and the Red Cap Porter. And, of course, Georgia White handled the singing. Again, November 9th, 1937. From Decca 78s, we heard Careless Love, Rock Me Daddy, Red Cap Porter, and Alley Boogie. 20 minutes before 7 on a Sunday morning, the 19th of May, our fifth day of an 8-day stint of Lost Masters Radio, recognizing the genius and unfortunately hidden music of Tad Dameron, Frankie Newton, Finest Newborn Jr., and an early blues pioneer by the name of Lonnie Johnson, who we're listening to right now, catching his music till 10 a.m. this morning and hearing it from the late 30s and 40s in chronological order. Rare records for the most part, and with all the discographical information, in other words, who's on the record, and to a certain extent where the record is from. Certainly the date. At 10 a.m., we'll have our History of Tad Dameron set. At 2 p.m., our Finest Newborn Jr. discography, the airing of his records in the order he made them, will begin. It's now 19 before 7. I'm Phil Schapp. This is WKCR FM New York, Lost Masters Radio, featuring Lonnie Johnson. Well, we're going to go back to the 1st of April now, no kidding. 1938, we're going to hear a track by Petey Wheatstraw, and then another track from Georgia White. The Petey Wheatstraw title is What More Can a Man Do? Lonnie Johnson on guitar, Petey Wheatstraw piano and vocal. Then the Georgia White singing, a pianist is heard here. It might be her, it might be Petey Wheatstraw, it might be Richard M. Jones. There seems to be a bass player present too, and of course Lonnie Johnson on guitar. And we're going to hear a Crazy Blues. It follows What More Can a Man Do? What More Can a Man Do is by Petey Wheatstraw. Crazy Blues is by Georgia White. Lonnie Johnson accompanies both blues singers on an April 1st, 1938 record date.
Yeah, baby, I ain't gonna be your dog all my life. You call you're the man that tried to take my life, so what more can a man do? I've give up my job, laid down my money to you. Then yeah, baby, you ain't treat me right. You don't do nothing but clown and fight. You know I love you, don't care what you do. I'm getting tired of clowning with you. What more can a man do? Give up my job, lay down my money to you. You go out tonight, gal, no telling what I'll do. I'm getting tired of worrying over you. What more can a man do? I'll give up my job, lay down my money to you. Now play it, let go. Oh, Mama, I'm getting tired, getting tired, getting tired. Yeah, in St. Louis, all disguised. Cried last night and night before. I leave you this time, I won't have to cry no more. What more can a man do? I've give up my job, lay down my money to you. So bye-bye, baby, I'm leaving you now. I know you don't mean no good no how. You did everything a woman could do. You know about that, I am through with you. What more can a man do? I've give up my job, lay down my money to you.
I can't sleep at night, I can't eat or buy, 'cause the man I love, he don't treat me right. He makes me feel so blue, I don't know what to do. Sometimes I sit inside and then begin to cry, 'cause my best friend said his last goodbye. There's a change in the ocean, changing the deep blue sea. Oh, baby, I tell you, folks, there ain't no change in me. 'Cause my love for that man will always be. Now I've got the crazy blues since my baby went away. I ain't got no time to lose, I must find him today. Now the doctor's gonna do all that he can, but what you're gonna need is the undertaker man. I ain't had nothing but bad news, now I've got the crazy blues. Now I can read his letter, but I just can't read his mind. Thought he was loving me, he was leaving all the time. Now I see my poor love was blind. I went to the railroad, laid my head on the track. I thought about my daddy, I had to snatch it back. Got up this morning and gave me the sack. Oh, now I got the crazy blues since my baby went away. I ain't got no time to lose, I must find him today. Gonna do like the Chinaman, get myself some hops, buy myself a gun and shoot myself a car. I ain't had nothing but bad news, now I've got the crazy blues. I mean, now I've got the crazy blues. To lose, I must find him today. Now the doctor's gonna do all that he can, but what you're gonna need is the undertaker man. I ain't had nothing but bad news, now I've got the crazy blues. Now I can read his letter, but I just can't read his mind. Thought he was loving me, he was leaving all the time. Now I see my poor love was blind. I went to the railroad, laid my head on the track. I thought about my daddy, I had to snatch it back. Got up this morning and gave me the sack. Oh, now I got the crazy blues since my baby went away. I ain't got no time to lose. I must find him today. Gonna do like the Chinaman, get myself some hops, buy myself a gun and shoot myself a car. I ain't had nothing but bad news. Now I've got the crazy blues. Now I've got the crazy blues.
A couple of tracks from April 1st of 1938. And we heard first Petey Wheatstraw on What More Can a Man Do, and then the Crazy Blues, a long-standing title in the blues field that in fact might have launched the whole expansion of recording of the blues and jazz tradition. Here reprised on April 1st of 38, Lonnie Johnson's guitar, unknown bass player, pianist conceivably Georgia White herself. She certainly sang on the Crazy Blues. Petey Wheatstraw was definitely the pianist on his record of What More Can a Man Do, and that was Lonnie Johnson on guitar. These were recorded on April 1st of 1938. Excuse me for a second. This isn't easy. You're listening to the sounds of jazz and blues over WKCR FM New York, 89.9 on the dial, our Lost Masters Festival. We're going to listen now to Lonnie Johnson's first recording session for RCA Victor. He went over to that label in 1939, and we have actually a gap here from April of 38 to November 2nd of 1939, and we pick up the ball on his first Victor session, sides that were initially issued on the subsidiary Bluebird. Joshua Altimer is on piano, and you get Lonnie Johnson on guitar. Why Women Go Wrong, and She's Only a Woman, and Trust Your Husband, and the Jersey Belle Blues. And we'll move on to the Loveless Blues and the 403 Blues. 6 titles from Lonnie Johnson's first session in his third or conceivably fourth grouping of sides. He was an OK session person from November of 25 till really the demise of the company. Parenthetically, he did some work for Columbia in the early 30s at the dawn of the Depression. His discography picks up during a brief period of association with Decca in 1937 and 38, and then part of the expansion of blues recording in the late 30s, primarily Chicago-based, by RCA Victor. And it is to this third body of recordings under Lonnie Johnson's name that we turn to now with this November 2nd, 1939 session. His vocal and guitar backed by piano of Joshua Altimer. And this is Why Women Go Wrong, She's Only a Woman, Trust Your Husband, Jersey Belle Blues, the Loveless Blues, and the 403 Blues. Lonnie Johnson recordings, November 2nd, 1939.
A woman by the places she go and stay. Don't condemn a woman by the places she go and stay. Because some no good man has made that poor girl that way. Don't brand a woman by what the public says. Don't brand a woman if she needs help, don't drive away. Cause it may be your brother, the cause ought to be that way. Some men always saying that every woman is just the same. Some men always saying every woman is just the same. But don't say that because There's two sides to everything. That some men could make a woman such a happy life. That some men could make a woman such a happy life. But instead of being a man with home, they're chasing round both day and night. After all, she's only a woman. Be careful to the things you say. After all, she's still a woman. Be careful to the things you say. Because it may be your mother or your sister will be in her fix someday. So many women has done gone wrong. The reason why so many good women has done gone wrong. Just trying to find the love and happiness that they don't get at home. You can take your wife and put in a palace, can dress her with diamonds on down. You can take your wife and put in a palace, dress her with diamonds on down. But when the cat is always away, the mice is bound to play around. If you men want a real happy home, please take my advice. If you want a real happy home, then please take my advice. Furnish your home with the love it needs, and don't chase your best friend's wife. You can put your queen bee in a palace. You can put her up on a throne. You can take your queen bee and put her in a palace. You can put her up on a throne. But what good is a queen bee when the king bee is forever gone? I can be so sweet if you just will understand. Life can be so sweet if you just will understand. What do a woman need with a husband when she's chasing some other man?
Please stand by.
in my heart, I'm never left alone. With you in my heart, I'm never left alone. You have made me leave my mother and father. Now they both is dead and gone. And you made my poor heart just a stepping stone. When I leave here at night with that sweet smile upon your face, I give you my heart and soul, life for you to hold. When I give you my heart, darling, both night and day, then you're taking my love and my heart and cast it away. Careless love, I'm down on my bending knees. Careless love, have mercy upon me, if you please. You've taken my soul and my mind. What else is there left for me? How could you do this to a poor, lonely man like me? Careless love, how could you treat me this way? Careless love, how could you treat me this way? My mother and father is dead and gone to heaven, never to look back this way. You have my heart, so have your fun, but someday you've got to pay. So lonely, days is so doggone long. My bedroom is so lonely, every doggone thing is wrong. You know I ain't had no milk and butter since my Jersey belle been gone.
I got a little mama, she ain't nothing but skin and bone. I got a little woman, she ain't nothing but skin and bone. But when I get my big Monday, woo, where bound right to Hot Springs she goes. Down in Hot Springs, you will get 200 pounds of ain't day. Down in Hot Springs, you'll get 200 pounds of ain't day. And when you come out, ooh, well, she won't be that same skinny way. Hot Springs is the place why all skinny people should be. I said Hot Springs is the place why all skinny people people should go. And when they come out, well, they won't be skinny no more. Let's hear it, boy. Take my advice and don't treat your woman wrong. I said take my advice and don't treat your woman wrong. Because the woman that I got, well, she ain't nothing but skin and bone. Skin and bone, skin and bone. Is your woman thing? Skin and bone is your woman thing. Well, now you better take her to hot spring. Well, now before it is too late. I'm gonna tell you, baby, like a dang on told the Jew. I am gonna tell you, baby, like the dang on told the Jew. If you don't like me, baby, well, me sure don't like you. The woman I love, she's long and tall. I tell the woman I love, she's long and tall. Well, now the reason that I love her, well, she will make it parents fall. Let's have it, son. Now I know I ain't good looking, and my teeth don't shine like pearl. Now I know I ain't good looking, and my teeth don't shine like pearl. But the way I got up jabbing, well, now will surely take me through this world. You ain't no good, baby. You won't do nothing but clown. You ain't no good, baby. You won't do nothing but clown. You wouldn't even come and help me. Well, when you know that I was down.
We just heard a Petey Wheatstraw recording session of October 18th of 1938, which offered us a coupling of the Hot Spring Blues and Me No Like a You. I don't know whether he liked it, but it seems that Lonnie Johnson is for the first time on a record day playing an electric guitar. And He, of course, eventually would play it almost exclusively, but it's just a sampling here for many of the sides from the same period. Find him with his 12-string or just a 6-string acoustic, but he's amplified on this deal, and I'm pretty sure that was Lonnie. It's listed as he, and maybe some characteristic difference in style might actually reflect on the fact that he's playing 6-string and playing amplified guitar. Lonnie Johnson on guitar, unknown percussion, Petey Wheatstraw, vocal, accompanying himself at the piano. October 18th, 1938, Hot Spring Blues, Skin and Bones is the subtitle, and Me No Like a You. You're listening to Lonnie Johnson, the good sounds of the blues on the Lost Masters Festival, WKCR-FM, New York. Continuing with almost exclusively 78 material, and certainly 78 era material, we go to Bluebird 78, 85, 30 and get back to the Victor recordings of Lonnie Johnson, a series that began in the fall of 39. This spring 1940 session finds him doing Don't Be No Fool and Get Yourself Together. His guitar, his vocals. There seems to be another plectrus and sound effects, human voice as bass, or there's something going on in this, but it might be a gentleman named Alfred Elkins. In any case, it's May 22nd, 1940, a coupling of Lonnie Johnson, Don't Be No Fool and Get Yourself Together.
If you trust your woman, then why do you trail her night and day? If you trust your woman, then why you trail her night and day? You will drive her to do something wrong when that kid ain't made up that way. The more you watch a woman, the more you suffer in life. You're forever beating and dogging. You dogs are both day and night. But still there's always a man waiting to treat a good woman right. Don't scold your woman when she ain't done nothing wrong. You beating dogs her when you know you done wrong yourself. Someday she'll find it out, and that will drive her to somebody else. If you trust your wife, then take her out more often than you do. Don't you know she wants to spend some happy hours sometimes with you? And if you don't, there'll be somebody will do the things that you fail to do. Life is so sweet when you're both as happy night and day. Life is so sweet when you're both as happy night and day. But life can be a living hell when you listen to everything people has got to say. Got rocks in my bed, and I can't sleep there no more, no more. I got rocks in my bed, and I can't sleep there no more. Old rockin' chair's got me, and the blues is knocking on my door. If you've never been in love, please don't try to find it out. If you've never been in love, please don't try to find it out. And if you feel your poor little heart slipping, then you better ask somebody what it's all about.
Oh, read me lightly, read me lightly.
'Cause it hurts to love someone that you can't have all by yourself.
Oh, tell me about it, boy.
Hurts to love someone that you can't have all by yourself. And a part that really hurts you so bad when you got to share them with somebody else. Take it, bass. Oh, get it and get it good. You told me that you love me, baby, and you told me a lie. But today you quit me, make up your mind to die. So get yourself together, 'cause I ain't gonna stand no more dog around. I know you got somebody else, 'cause the talk's all over town. Now I'm getting awful tired of sleeping by myself. If you don't want my loving, then I'll dish it out to somebody else. I've got to get myself together, 'cause I'm tired of sleeping by myself. And if you don't want my loving, then I'll just shove it on out there to somebody else.
That's a strong session for Lonnie Johnson, one of my favorites of the period for Bluebird, the May 22nd of 1940 session. And I'd be interested to hear the other coupling from the date, Be Careful and I'm Just Dumb. I'm not quite sure how the bass is being made. It could be a jug, it could be some sort of wash tub bass, it could be a la the Mills Brothers, a human voice doing it. Solid, whatever it is. There's rhythm guitar accompaniment. There's the featured guitar work of Lonnie Johnson, who also sings, and Alfred Elkins is presumed to be making comments on Get Yourself Together. It followed Don't Be No Fool, a coupling of May 22nd, 1940, Lonnie Johnson recording date. The Lonnie Johnson discography, the airing of the music that he recorded, and in the sequence that he recorded it, is our focus right now on the Lost Masters Festival, WKCR FM New York. Phil Shamp with you. We move now to June of 1940, the following month, just a couple of weeks down the road. And here, after something approaching an 11-year hiatus, Lonnie Johnson is recording with New Orleans jazz musicians and recording a famous record. I don't think Lonnie Johnson's on any jazz records that are not exceedingly famous. The Louis Armstrong Hot 5 has Lonnie Johnson on 2 dates. Louis Armstrong in New York as he makes a new type of record with larger scale ensemble, the dawn of his big band career. First one, voila, Lonnie Johnson. Lonnie Johnson is on 2 essential recording sessions with Duke Ellington in the fall of 1928. And here in 1940, at the dawn of a revival in the early jazz styles of Lonnie Johnson's hometown of New Orleans, he makes record dates with probably the best 2 known clarinetists of early jazz, Johnny Dodds and Jimmy Noon. I believe they're back-to-back sessions. June 5th, 1940, we hear Johnny Dodds' last recordings, and as part of the traditional jazz album that was put together, New Orleans Jazz for Decca. Album is a 78-era term that is now skipped on to the new generation. You still call it an album on compact disc, my album. LPs were albums, but the term refers to a binder with sleeves each containing a different disc as they added up to your theme, and that's why album is the term, with cover art, backliner notes, all that kind of stuff. And so we turn to one of the earliest albums of all time, the 1940 New Orleans Decca Jazz album. We hear Lonnie Johnson on a recording session with Johnny Dodds. Preston Jackson is on trombone. John Lindsay, not our former mayor of the Big Apple, but an early New Orleans musician who also played some trombone. John Lindsay on bass. Natty Dominic, he of the shaky vibrato but spirited feelings, on cornet. Richard M. Jones on piano, probably the A&R man as well. Well, actually, this was a produced conceptual thing, but he probably handled the proceedings in the Chicago area. Baby Dodds, the brother, on drums. Johnny Dodds, the leader, on clarinet. And, of course, Lonnie Johnson on guitar. This June 5th, 1940 date gives us the Red Onion Blues and the Graveyard Street Blues. I'm going to do something here that may not be in your best interest, but it will be striking and certainly not harm the proceedings. Although this has been issued on a zillion records, LPs, and I guess it must be out on CD by now, although I may be wrong. I'm going back to Decca 78 18094, the original issue. Okay, that's not such a bad idea, but I'm not going to introduce any equalization, any of my cleanup work. And it's not that this record isn't beat either. It's been well played, and actually, it must have spent a little bit too much time in my father's cellar, because it's got a little mold on it too, although I've cleaned it. So that's the only introduction of help. So without any EQ, what does the 78 sound like? Well, we'll find out on this Red Onion Blues and Graveyard Street Blues. Natty Dominic, Preston Jackson, Richard M. Jones, John Lindsay, Baby Dodds, leader Johnny Dodds on clarinet, and Lonnie Johnson's guitar. June 5th, 1940, Red Onion Blues and Graveyard Street Blues. And once again, the blues king with a jazz giant and a New Orleans great at that. Johnny Dodds on his last record date, June 5th, 1940. And we heard a 78 flat, if you will, with no introduction of equalization. It was a well-played 78 that has deteriorated in storage as well, yet the sound was strong. Natty Dominic's cornet, Preston Jackson's trombone, Richard M. Jones piano, John Lindsay's bass, Baby Dodds on drums, Johnny Dodds the lead on clarinet, and our focus, Lonnie Johnson on guitar. I hear some plectral strumming on the Red Onion Blues, which leads me to believe that Lonnie Johnson does play on both sides, but his solo is on the Gravier Street Blues. The other clarinetist of New Orleans lore, Jimmy Noon, who was once himself a lost master. I guess he still is a lost master. Most people don't know who he was, but Orson Welles loved him. He was featured, in fact, on the Welles Network radio show. Jimmy Noon, early New Orleans clarinet figure, who is festivalized in the same Lost Masters concept in March of 1982. At the same juncture, when Decca was putting together its New Orleans jazz album, Jimmy Noon recorded with virtually the same ensemble. The trumpeter is the same, the trombonist is the same, Natty Dominic and Preston Jackson, respectively. The pianist and coordinator of the session, Richard M. Jones, is intact, and so is the bass player, John Lindsay. Baby Dodds, however, is not the drummer. It's Tubby Hall, who had also played with Louis Armstrong. Lonnie Johnson's on guitar. And Jimmy Noon, of course, is the clarinetist and leader, not Johnny Dodds, but Jimmy Noon. In this instance, although this 78 is in worse shape and won't really aid this comparative listening to the extent that it might, I have introduced some equalization. I am playing it from the original Decca 78 rather than any configuration of issues since then. Decca 18095, the New Orleans Hop, Scop Blues, and the Keystone Blues. June 5th, 1940, Jimmy Noon recordings for the early Decca album, New Orleans Jazz. 78's in a binder. It's sort of like a photo album, except it's 78 discs and not photos as you turn the pages. And that's why the term album exists. Lonnie Johnson on a Jimmy Noon session. This is one of Jimmy Noon's last record dates, too, although he lived another 4 years and even recorded on the West Coast for Capitol. June 5th of 40 for Decca. Jazz session, New Orleans style. Lonnie Johnson, the blues king, a New Orleans man, included in on the reprise of the good old good ones. A Jimmy Noon session for the Decca album New Orleans Jazz, done in Chicago on June 5th or June 6th of 1940. I guess it's June 5th. The New Orleans Hopscotch Blues and the Keystone Blues. Natty Dominic's cornet, Tubby Hall on drums. Preston Jackson's trombone, John Lindsay on bass. Richard M. Jones on piano. Leader Jimmy Noon on clarinet. Our focus, of course, Lonnie Johnson on guitar. New Orleans Hopscotch Blues and the Keystone Blues. Here, a fairly beat 78 without even a proper cleaning, which is my era. But with the introduction of EQ, offered you audio that in some ways would surpass some of the reissues. There's a depth and presence that is eliminated, as far as I'm concerned, on many of the LP issues. And although there's more surface noise, it has more to do with the fact this isn't a pristine 78 copy than using a 78 as opposed to LP or CD. It's good sound, and we went to the source, and I hope you enjoyed that comparative listening. I'm sure you're enjoying the listening to the art of Lonnie Johnson, legendary blues giant, whose recordings we're hearing in chronological order as we review his career but also relive it and feel the developments and slants and maturing of the art of the blues, which is actually older than Lonnie Johnson, and Lonnie, if he were alive, might be as old as 102. His earliest posted birth year is 1889, born February 8th. I tend to lean towards the 1894 dating. Some people think he was born in this century, on February 8th of 1900. That seems a little bit too recent. He lived a long life. He passed away June 16th, 1970, at the age of 70, 71, 76, or 81, depending on which birth year you use. Lonnie Johnson. You're listening to Lost Masters Radio, a Lonnie Johnson festival in progress, one of 4 artists being accorded the deluxe treatment we occasionally are able to do here at this station, WKCR FM New York, where regular programming is preempted and a full week is set aside to hear every single recording by a major figure of American music. Here, the blues and jazz tradition being examined at length on a Lost Masters Festival, showcasing not only Lonnie Johnson, but also the artistry of Tad Dameron, Phineas Newborn Jr., and Frankie Newton. Our next session is a Lonnie Johnson blues date for Bluebird. He was recording for the Victor family of labels on a regular basis, and on February 7th of 1941, he does a date that begins with the Crow and Rooster Blues, which apparently was a successful side for him. It's been issued several times. Then we'll get into 78 from the date, the Chicago Blues, and I Did All I Could. Andrew Harris on bass. It's listed in some discographies as Horace Malcolm on piano. The guitar and vocal, obviously, Lonnie Johnson, the leader, on his own Bluebird, date of February 7th, 1941. Ladies and gentlemen, the blues.
What makes the rooster crow every morning for day? What makes the rooster crow every morning for day? To let the pimps know that the waking man is on his way. We up before sunrise, slaving 16 hours a day. We up before sunrise, slaving 16 hours a day. We pay our house rent and grocery bill, and the pimps get the rest of our pay. Men, we got to get together. Something's got to be done. We make the money while the pimps really have the fun. And while there's only house rent and grocery bill, no money, no fun. Man, can't you see, you can't keep a whole woman by yourself. Man, can't you see, you can't keep a whole woman by yourself.
your best friend can't get your woman, he'll frame her for somebody else. Something about some women that I never could understand. Something about some women that I never will understand. They're not satisfied with a good husband. They want some other woman's man. But please don't hang around. You'll find smooth blacks and high yellows, boy, in those mellow browns. But when your bankroll is gone, you're just another chump that's dropped in town. My first night in Chicago, my friends, they really treated me fine. And overnight, they all changed like daylight saving time. And everything I wanted, I had to lay my money down on the line. I said, baby, you're so lovely, your eyes shine like the stars above. You wear number 3 shoes, yes, and wear number 5 gloves. She say it's money I need, baby, I don't need love. I said I could make you love me, darling, baby, I just know I could. You can learn to love me, baby, I know you could. She says lay your money down, baby, and make your betting good. I said let's go to New York, baby, I'll buy you anything you like. I will give you plenty money, I will buy you 1942 Cadillac. She says I'm sorry, this fine brown body will be here when you get back. Give you my money, my love too, trying my best to pull you through. Tell me, baby, what can a poor man do? You tell me you'll be back in a minute, and you'll stay the whole night through. I never scold you. Tell me, baby, what else can a poor man do? I love you, baby, I love you true, but your ways will never do. Bye-bye, baby, bye-bye, this time I'm through. Woke up this morning snow was on the ground. Wanted you by my side, you was nowhere around. Instead of helping me, baby, it looked like you trying to drag me down. You can treat me mean, low down and dirty too. Someday you want me, but I can't use you. I did all I could. Help me, baby, what more can a poor man do? Love me and your love is true. The way you have shown it will never do. Oh baby, bye-bye. I mean this time I'm really through.
You just heard Lonnie Johnson doing the blues on February 7th of 1941. The Crow and Rooster Blues, Chicago Blues, and I Did All I Could. Lonnie Johnson's vocal and a guitar. He was accompanied by piano, presumably played by Horace Malcolm. The bassist is Andrew Harris. Well, on a great day for the blues, and that stormy Monday date, 13th of February, which was a Friday that year, in 1942, Lonnie Johnson was in the studio the same day as Father Hines and Billy Eckstein and all those great guys in the band. Not that they're merging or anything like that. It's just an interesting passing that they were both there the same day. And we have here a variety of sides from the session. The pianist here is Blind John Davis, who would associate and record regularly with Lonnie Johnson over the next few years, and Andrew Harris on bass. We get the Ramblers Blues and the Lonesome Road. And then we hear Believe Fly Right Baby and Baby Remember Me. Then he's a Jelly Roll Baker and When You Feel Low Down. 6 titles from February 13th of 1942. Lonnie Johnson recording session with Blind John Davis and Andrew Harris. You're listening to the sounds of blues and jazz. You're hearing it on a week-long show. 1 week, 9 hours, 30 minutes. Enough time to showcase the complete recorded history of the artists we're digging now, Lonnie Johnson, and 3 other forgotten giants who should be heard. Frankie Newton, a trumpeter who is on Billie Holiday's Strange Fruit and Bessie Smith's Give Me a Pigfoot and a Bottle of Beer. Phineas Newborn Jr., a groover who was on B.B. King's first record date, but also has a Tatum-like technique that made him a